Hi, what's up, everybody? My name is Morgan Gonzalez, Miss Timeless at Times. Welcome. This is going to be the video on power that I have never heard, seen, or experienced within anybody, really, on the internet or in person. This has come from my own insight and understanding about power and truth-seeking. So let's just get into it. I'm not even going to waste any time. The real source of power comes from facing the truth of your experience and your existence. Dun dun dun. Okay, so what does that mean? It's facing the truth about a thing at its very, very core and essence. And this is it. You're vulnerable. You're vulnerable. That's the essence of power, is vulnerability. And not just saying, I'm going to admit that I'm vulnerable. Because you have to admit it, but you also have to get in touch with how vulnerable you actually are and how vulnerable your body is. I don't care how strong and big you are. If someone put a gun against your head, you submit. If someone's sticking two guns into your head, you're going to submit. It doesn't matter how big and strong you are. Your body's vulnerable. You're vulnerable. And I didn't have this insight until I was really breaking down my program. I was deprogramming my entire mental game and just getting to the truth of why I had this war going on in myself and the medicine that came from when I recognized I was just trying to not be vulnerable this whole time. Each character, each identity that I constructed over myself, each personality thing I did was all just so I couldn't face the truth, which is I'm a vulnerable being. And I was so afraid to be vulnerable and show my emotions for all these years because I was taught that that was the wrong way and that's the worst thing possible because nobody wants to admit the truth. Everything you see in this world is backwards. Left is right, right is wrong, truth is not, everything is cool, even though it's not. It's okay, that made no sense. So this is a technique that I call, and that I've came up with. It's called melting. And it's about melting away your unconscious program that blocks you from seeing your vulnerability. Because at your essence, you're a vulnerable consciousness that came into experience not knowing a single thing, not having any identity on it whatsoever, just this beautiful essence of finite consciousness, fully vulnerable, fully unprotected. And they fucked you up, didn't they? Oh, they fucked you up so bad. And so you had to start building these shells. Shell over shell over shell. Blocking the truth, blocking the vulnerability, blocking the essence. Until you had a war inside you and you wanted to attack and crusade and fight and point the finger and make them wrong and you right and you wrong and them right and all the things that happen once we fool ourselves, right? Once we fall into form and duality. What does melting do? Melt away that program. Melt away that program. Melt come to terms with what you are. Okay. And now, back to power, because as soon as you face that lovely, lovely, lovely truth, you have the most power you ever had. It's not a warrior, fiery, yelly power. That might come out, but really what that is more because you're hurt or something, you're sad about something, or you love something and they don't love you, and all these things that you do. It's a different power. It's a water power. It's a melty power. It's a vulnerable power. But it's a truthful one. And it doesn't look like you being submissive and sad and walked all over. That's not power. Like, what the fuck? It just comes from walking in truth. There's nothing more powerful than that. So really, when you want to, get to the root, you have something going on in your mind. You see it playing out in reality, but you have it going on in your mind. You want to question it and get to the root. What is the truth? Oh, I really care about them. I want them to do good. I want them to succeed. And what is the fear? I'm afraid to admit that. I'm afraid to being vulnerable. I'm afraid of showing that. And then what happens? You admit that. You show that. You say it. And you empower yourself and you empower the individual at the same time, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Truthfulness is a beautiful, beautiful thing. It should be the number one value of everybody's mind if you want to actualize your full potential. The world's not going to teach you that, though. They're going to tell you to lie. Grow a lot of followers, be really successful, make a lot of money, wear this, buy this, act this way, act this way. Why, baby? Why do you want to make so much shell out of my lovely essence? Because you're afraid. You're afraid. And I get that too. Because I'm afraid at times also. Power. I could talk about this a lot, but I'm going to keep it short for you guys. My message has been said. And it's been reached. And it's been embodied. So let's keep going, guys. Come on. Come on. Good night.